Alrighty, hey again out there. Currently on part 158, and it's finally time. Um, I've done enough digging, finally, and now we've hit a point where I'm starting to dig into my original base, so it's about time that I start expanding things out a good bit, um, and just kind of build for today instead of focusing all on digging on one thing or another. But you can actually see outside, funny enough, and to be honest, I thought it was like a chunk error for a moment. I thought like, somehow this wall just wasn't rendering, but no, I forgot. This is like this. So yeah. Um One day I'll have a non-laggy PC. There we go. It just takes a little bit to load in. But last time we went ahead and carved out a lot taller of a ceiling for this area over here where our storage system's going to be going. This place is just kind of here. I don't know what to do with it. Well, actually, no, I do. I'm gonna carve out some of the dirt a smidge and then just slope the terrain back in, and then same enough of a thing over here. And then for this area, I'll just leave flat, just flatten it out to stone, yada yada. But as you can see now, though, we are starting to get into where the enchantment room is. The nether portal got relocated, and it's just been a lot of digging, is all it's really been. But either way, it is still pretty nice to look at. If we actually want to take a little bit of a picture here, but I actually won't right now. But it's cool, I like it. It's pretty nice. You can even see like just barely up there in the sky. It's a Parthenon, but getting rid of the sugarcane and bamboo farm definitely helped. Although that will need to be rebuilt. Plans for today? I don't fucking know. Just gonna do stuff. Play video game. It's day 1643, and I'm just gonna do shit. Yeah, okay, yeah, let's go. Alright. What specifically? I don't know. I forgot to put the soul sand box away back in my chest. Cool. We're gonna dump that back. And we're gonna go ahead and do a couple of things. So we need to relight the portal here. Just to double check. I need my pickaxe fixed up here. Just kidding. I'm gonna actually take my old other like spare silk touch netherite pickaxe. Because I've talked about it before, I have spares of everything. Of every like major tool that I really want. Which does not include my sword, funny enough, because I don't really need a spare sword. But now we're just gonna go ahead and light this. There we go. These are just to make sure we don't get any pigment in here. You know how that goes. Not fun to deal with. Seems like I've just picked something up. Don't know what it was, but either way, not important. It relinked like it should have, so I can go ahead and head back through just fine. So we'll go ahead and pop back on through, and it should put me in the same exact spot. Okay. Now, we don't actually want to be back here at the moment. I'm just popping over to the mob switch to go load that in, go turn it back on, all that good shit. And then we're going to keep doing some base buildings. That'll be cool. If I turn the mob switch on, of course, that means I get no XP from the Guardian farm, which, now that I have the trading hall, that's actually not that big of a deal, because at least with the... Okay, wow, I'm getting some serious lag here. Whoa, okay, that is quite... Wow, that's a lot. Alright, but as I was saying, with the trading hall, I still get just as much, well, not really just as much XP as the Guardian farm, but I get a significant amount. Like, I just need to repair my goddamn tools, okay? Like, let's be real here. I don't need to build up more levels in, like, 61 like I got. If I do, I get them pretty fucking quickly. It's not too big a deal. But it's enough XP to get me, whatever I need to fix up my tools. So it's really not a big deal at all, which is pretty nice. But, yeah, it's just nice to not have to worry about, so... I'll go get my other pickaxe and my elytra fixed up a little later, since I won't need it for a while. But, yeah, we'll just go trade at the trading hall. I'll go probably trade for a bunch of redstone or something and, like, restock my emerald supply. That'd probably be good. But that'll be, like, near the end or something, since I don't actually have a big need for that at the moment. There we go. Just head on back through. Oh, Georgie, what are you doing? I got my cat. He's laying, like, down on my bed below me, just looking at me. Yes, she is. Oh, who's a cute little guy? Oh, it's you. Yes, it is. Oh, he's awesome. Gotta pet the cat every now and then because he's cool. But yeah, I should be able to just get some building done today. Basically, I'm gonna just be taking parts of my base and just pushing them around more or less. So, like I actually need the silk touch axe for this. Funny enough, is again why I keep certain spares because that would have been a little annoying if I didn't have it. Um, but basically, all we're gonna be doing is just pushing around certain things. So, like the enchantment room, we're gonna tear out the whole like box that it's in, pretty much. And I might just get rid of this ceiling bit altogether, honestly. Um, Actually, no, because it needs to be connected back up. We'll leave it in for now, but I want to probably redesign that a little bit better at some point. But who knows? Probably just to be like a curve instead of just a straight edge. That would probably help out a good bit. But yeah, main thing here is we're taking an empty box. We're just gonna put it over there, and we're just gonna dismantle everything. There we go. That's a good start. I suppose I don't actually have to really mess with this ceiling is a whole bunch, but who knows. I know you could insta-mine bookshelves with efficiency 5, haste 2, that's pretty good. But yeah, we'll just go ahead and pack all these up. And that's the entire enchantment room gone, that's cool. And just dump all these away. In with that. And that should actually do it, so that's the whole enchantment room gone instantly, that's pretty cool. Like to see it, but um and the storage area is going to get moved too, obviously. I think maybe I should do that today, actually, getting the storage area moved into place over there. But the main problem with that too is like I still haven't settled on a good, good storage system design. Mainly because I haven't looked exactly, but hush, don't worry about that. But once I do find one, I really should move all the chest over and just kind of make sure to leave enough space in the back for redstone stuff. But I know what I'm looking for, so I should just be able to find something at least. But who knows? There's no way in hell I could. Well, I might be able to make a custom-ish one. It basically would just be like a mash of like other like tutorials that I like want to try, but just kind of in its own way. So we'll look into that at some point. Big thing here is doing that, and this is where things are gonna get a little weird. All the maps and whatnot and the item frames, they need to be in their own shulker box. So we're gonna take this one and we're just gonna go ahead and set it down there. We won't worry about the order there, and we'll figure it out later, I'm sure. Same deal with this. There we go. It's all of our maps and item frames that we like collecting. We'll keep that there for now. And I guess doing a little something like that shouldn't be too bad. Cool. I'm pretty sure I actually have leftover stone stairs, but I kind of forgot to put them in, so that's alright. Do a little something like that, just because. That should be fine enough for right now. I might want to actually curve this end a little bit. I don't know. Maybe I should just leave it straight. We'll figure it out, but leave it straight there. Maybe put in some support would probably be nice with some wood. Not too much though, but just like enough for like a pillar, and then I'd fill in the ceiling here with some stone, like so. Yeah, it works. Okay. Probably do a little something like this. Honestly, we'll just pretty much flatten out the ceiling, just lower it down a little bit. But otherwise, it really shouldn't be too big a deal. But yep, today's been pretty solid. I had the internet off, or not even the internet. My electric was off for a couple hours today because they had to go try and prep the area to remove a tree stump a later date. So they just shut off our electric for a few hours, which that kind of stunk. But I think because not having air conditioning in Florida when it's still like 90 something degrees out is. I thought I saw something. I was like, what the fuck is over there? But that's a cat. But yeah, not having air conditioning in Florida is not very cool. So literally, but they fix it up pretty quickly, so it's not too big a loss. Trying to think what I want to do with this. Probably head up the stairs just to look at it a little bit better, and I'll figure it out from there. Yeah, what do I want with this? Maybe it would just be better to just kind of chip away certain things up here. I mean, like realistically, like we'll probably cut all this out and then leave the other bit intact. So we'll just go ahead and get rid of that. I'm gonna have to relocate a lot of these old shulker boxes downstairs. Should have enough space. Yep. And then we'll take this under chest. So there we go. We'll just go ahead and carve out all this stuff. And for this bridge that I wanted to do, I'll probably just dismantle it. I like the idea of it, I just don't think the space is quite right. Especially now that we're getting rid of like this shit, so I'm gonna come back to that idea a little later, A little later today, it shouldn't be too long, but getting better and better at streaming again, getting back into the swing of things, so it's been working out pretty well. Found out on my YouTube channel I can actually use the community tab now, which I thought it took like a lot more requirements to be able to use that, but I guess not, so that's cool. I have that now. Don't really plan on doing anything with it, like saying, oh, hey, I'm going live at this time. That's just not really what I do, so. Although I do have to try and work out a schedule again, so I miss actually being able to, like, have a couple of days where I know I'm going to stream, and then I just stream, and then it just makes things easier for me. I enjoy it more, but, um, last night I had a cool idea for some work I'm trying to get done, for some other stuff in my life, and hopefully if it ends up working out, it could be really big for me, but who knows? I'm still trying to figure it out, but main thing is actually getting my first job first, seeing how that actually works, and then kind of figuring out what I need to do based off of that. But if that ends up going out the way I want, that's going to be huge for me. But who knows? Maybe one day. Alright, goodbye to this guy. We'll just fucking. There was a choker box in here with wood. Here it is. Yeah, okay. Let's get rid of this. I feel like this part still is missing something. I just don't know what it would even be. And this part is definitely like needing some dirt or something I should put into place. Um, Shit, yeah, okay, we're gonna go ahead and just start dismantling this too really quickly before I forget. There we go. Alright, that's all gone, good. I want to expand this little like pond here at some point, but that means I gotta expand this pond and I don't want to do that, so we'll worry about that a little later, I guess. Another prime spot would probably be here once I expand this dirt out a little bit, so looking at doing that really quickly, but who knows. I'll just take a little bit of dirt and grass, there we go. I'll fill in all that with stone at some point here momentarily. I know I said it was going to go on the other side, but I changed my mind here. Plus, this staircase has always been kind of weird too, considering there's literally this one, and then you just make a turn, and then it's over. So we'll probably just block this old one off and take it stairs. Oh. And I like filling all these in completely with stuff, just so that way there's no like fucker with like lighting up or anything. You just block it off, and that's it. So it's never too big a deal, but something I like doing personally. I think having it be a little higher up is kind of important here, but maybe not. We'll do something like this for now. I just kind of block it out too wide. Go ahead and grab some stairs out of here once again. And then, yeah, alright, it's pretty good. It's tucked away in the side, it's got a nice little arc to it. Still leaves the middle, like, pretty, like, clean and visible. Um, so I don't really have any issues with it at the moment. It's pretty good. Solid enough. And then, something like this, though, is kind of weird, but we'll just do something like that for now, just that way it curves in pretty gently, and then boom, you can get across without having to really walk or jump. Which again, it may not be for villagers anymore, but it's still nice to have because it's nice to have a base where you don't have to have an elytra to get through it. Same with like the fireworks and all that. So can't go wrong having a nice walkable base. But yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and just turn that into not granite and not dirt. I feel like I should also move these allays out of the way too. I feel like that might be kind of messing with it a little bit, but nah, I won't worry about that. I'm still feeling this should be grass, so what we're going to do is just carve out this very top layer, including the scaffolding, and we'll just turn it into dirt, and then it'll grow in the grass after enough time. You know how that works, I'm sure, but it shouldn't be too big a deal. Here we go. Do a little something like this. Now you might notice I did actually cut that top scaffolding off. It was time for it to go anyways. I got to start looking into getting a better way up and down here. Like, I'm probably gonna have a bubble vader, or rework my... No, I need to get rid of my old bubble vader too. That's something I should really do one day. Get rid of that. But, yeah, I want stairs up and down here because I hate having to use scaffolding to climb this kind of stuff, since it's something I use so often. And it's not really, like, there's no reason for me to not do it at this point, so I might as well do it. And what we'll do is kind of keep the theme of, at least having some support, so... In fact, we can even probably reincorporate what we were going to do earlier, just preemptively, by doing a little something like this. A little something like that. Wrong block. Whatever, that's fine, not a hard fix to me. Take those out. And then we'll overlay it with stone. There we go. And tucked away in one of these, there should be a block of spruce wood, like with all the bark on the sides and all that kind of stuff, but who knows? Might be here, might not be. I don't fucking know. I feel like there should be one. Actually, I've already put it away in a wood box or something, but hopefully that's not the case. If it is, it is, but, And it appears that it is. That's a shame. We'll just make one of those real quick. I head back on top. The grass keep growing in. Do that. There we go. And another thing I can do is extend the fences all the way around it here as well, so this will still like close it off pretty nicely. It's feeling a little bit better already to me personally, so I'm liking it. I can get behind it, you know, it's not too bad. I put away, here they are. Okay, one of these stone stairs because we're actually gonna just kind of inlay just some extra depth, you know, just some basic stairs, nothing too hard. When I replace the ceiling and the walls with different blocks at some point, of course, these will get switched out too, but it's nice to do it for now just to kind of show it off as a little thing, you know. And it's consistent, so why the hell not, you know. But let's go ahead and tear this dirt out, and same with the ones on the floor. Only really worried about the stuff that's visible. I won't go like the extra mile because there's no need to go the extra mile. And you might notice I keep grabbing coal ore. I know I have silk touch on, so that's a given, but I don't break it down into coal these days because if I need coal, I'll just fucking go to the wither skeleton farm and get coal, bones, and wither skulls out of it, and then also like coal ore is still in, you know, limited quantity, so I'd rather like save it nowadays just to be able to use it later for a decoration. But you know, it's whatever, not too bad. I'll do something like that. Why not? But it's looking better, yeah. Not too many complaints with what's going on here. It's pretty nice. We'll go ahead and just use it as a pillaring block, funny enough, but should do it. Go. Oh yeah, that's right. I'll do that. I know this is technically part of those stairs, but I kind of want this to be stone, so it's going to be stone. We're going to go ahead and replace that little bit of dirt up there too. So let's see here. Something like this doesn't even really need to be dirt and grass at the moment, so we'll just kind of cover it all up with stone. Assuming I have enough of it, which I might not. I don't know where. No. Nope, not enough in my inventory, but that's alright. We'll just go down and pick up some more. Bad. Oh yeah, I totally tore out these stairs for something else unrelated, didn't I? Yeah. I tore them out to replace them because I had shifted that staircase over a little bit, so I should probably go fix that. Of course, it'll be in a little bit, but it's fine. I'd do that. That put away. Should have some cobblestone stairs, like so. And that should be enough. And as for this staircase, I think I need to just kind of redo it here slightly. Could have probably brought some extra dirt with me, but that's alright. Not too big a deal. Yeah, no extra dirt. Oh well. Now, I think this was here originally as a path thing as well, just to show like, hey, walk here, but like, who fucking cares? So I'm just gonna replace that with dirt too when that happens. We'll do that. Still lines up perfectly with these stairs as well, so that's very nice to see. And then we can go ahead and do that. And then we have this little middle section here. I don't know what I'll do with this little strip of land. It's just here, really, so that's about it. Then we can walk up to it from here. And I need to do stuff with this area too at some point, so still fine for now. This. There we go. Okay, yeah, something like this should work pretty well. You know, gets you up and down to here. Be honest, this actually should go down another couple of steps, shouldn't it? Oh, kind of. Hang on. We're gonna leave this intact, and then we're gonna go ahead and shouldn't actually be here though, should it? No. Should be. There's enough. There's not quite enough space for it. There's not enough clearance for that gap. Hmm. Oh, actually, no, there should be. It's just gonna dip into a different spot is all, but technically it should be. I'm sure you can already kind of guess where this is going. You pretty much just put down your cobblestone and then just kind of build. God damn it, one short. Oh well, easy fix when that happens, but just do a little something like this until I get up to here. And then I can just put in some extra dirt. I guess some grass now. I ran out of dirt. Oh, this little bit of dirt was from when it was actually when all this used to still be. No, that's not when it was still water. It was for something else entirely, I think. But who knows? Been a little bit, so I'll just kind of shave away some of these corners here, smidge, give it a little bit more of a softer, like rounded look to it. Apparently, that's supposed to help out a lot, and yeah, gotta say it does actually a good bit. It just doesn't look as jagged. Of course, that was the original thing I was going for ages ago, but now it's kind of changed a little bit, and that's all right. It's good to change. But yeah, we got a staircase here now. That's cool. Um, got the other one up there. It'll probably not all be cobblestone later on. It'll probably just all be stone or something. And then I'll use like stone stairs and like slabs to add like extra depth into like certain flat walls like this where I can't really build out. But for the most part, it's pretty okay. I can't really complain about it too much, so I'm okay with that. Um, we'll just go ahead and dump in this dirt and grass again, and I guess granite. Forgot granite was there. This other random shit. There we go. And I can finally get rid of this. And then go patch up the ceiling. Go. And yeah, it's looking cleaner already, so not too bad. Oh, it opens this place up a lot more to where I can actually see that a lot better. That's always nice. What else? What else? I guess that terraforming, we'll go ahead and start working on that next right now. Um, basically, we're just going to need a ton of dirt. Honestly, I really shouldn't need too much more than that, so we'll just grab a nice chunk of dirt for now. Shave the little top bit off that's already there, and then go from there. So all we want to do is just kind of like flatten it a little bit so it curves down a little bit earlier. So we'll kind of just get rid of a nice chunk like this, and then maybe like a little top layer of stone or whatever for the most part, and then just kind of start bringing it down. A little something like this. There we go. It's a little better. I can probably even get rid of this for now since I don't really need it anymore. Now, again, this isn't all just going to be dirt. It is going to turn into grass after enough time, but you kind of need it to have a little bit more time before that really happens, obviously. So, of course, there's no rush with this. Here we go. And then one of the last big things to really sell it too is to dig into the ground here a little bit and just put in some dirt and grass. So pretty much just anywhere where there's stone out for this little section, we'll just fill in with dirt. And then that should hopefully help things out here a good bit to blend in with the stone a little bit more. Should be one of the last big touches, and then we'll use up some of the grass down here at this bottom layer as well to just, fill it in. That shouldn't be too. I would have if I actually had more. If I hadn't had more dirt, I would have probably done that, but I do have more dirt, so we'll just use it up here a good bit. When the grass will grow on over time, just gotta give it a while. Here we go, do a little something like that, maybe, should help. There we go. I think that'll look a little bit better once it starts growing in. But for now, we need torches in place. And then, of course, we still do have this section to do, but it shouldn't be terrible. We can probably even get rid of like this inner wall, honestly. Since it's not really needed anymore as a separation thing, we'll just kind of get rid of it. And include this part too. There we go. Alright, sweet, yeah, so we're starting to make some good progress here again, not too bad. This is definitely a harder edge than I would like, so we're gonna just back maybe a smidge, Or maybe instead of trimming it back, why don't I pad it out a little bit more? Some extra stuff, hopefully that might help. There we go, see, I think that's a little bit nicer. Then there was another thing too about watching like that little staircase thing that I was doing by accident, keeping an eye out to not do that is usually an important thing. So like this one here, for example, it's a little bit too rigid, so we're just gonna like delete a block here to help break it up, and then it's like nothing ever happened, kind of, to some extent. Maybe deleting that little bit, and that helps it out just a little bit more, so not too bad, all things considered. A couple little things that needed to be patched up, and that's alright now. Like I said, there's plenty of time for this shit, so I don't have to really rush or do anything too serious with it. Oh, I guess in other news, college I'm trying to apply for because I'm transferring and all that. They should be getting my high school transcript soon, finally, so that should be pretty good. Other than that, I'm still just waiting for them to actually get the goddamn thing, and then I need to give them another phone call and ask them to double check because they also were asking about, at least on my application, they wanted to know about my, like, they're called preliminary transcripts. But the thing is with a preliminary, it's like, why do I fucking need that? I've literally already sent you my final transcript that you accepted, so why would I ever want or need to send a preliminary? Which is just kind of goofy. I hope they don't make me do that because I don't even know where I would even find something like that. is the other issue too. So I'm really hoping they aren't like really fucking shitty about it, but we're gonna need some moss for this as well. And certain parts we're just gonna have to cut our losses on and just kind of like not worry about, like that for example. I'm just gonna just not think about that part too hard because it's really steep. Got a tiny little bit of moss, but you know we're gonna have to head down into the world for the moss farm really quickly. So I think it'll take too long. I just don't want to do it right this second, so I'm choosing to ignore it for right now. There we go. See, doing a little something like that, you know, we just coat in some moss. That should help out a good bit. We'll just kind of drape it over the edge after enough time and moss, but I guess let's go grab some stacks of those. Probably like 3 stacks should be enough. I've also completely forgotten about the cactus farm. This thing is probably stuffed to the brim by now. No, really? Quite a good bit of space left over, huh? Well, either way, same with the bee farm. I have not ran this thing in eons, but I never installed that item filter like I wanted to, and I should have done it, if I'm being honest. Oh, there we go. I was about to say, I thought I'd used up all of the moss completely for the, for the mountain, but no, I did have a couple of stacks left over. Yeah, unfortunately, this room never got finished quite yet, and because I'm doing other stuff, it's probably just gonna get ignored for a long time. That's alright, but, you know, I would like to finish that up one day, because I do want to make, like, a little, like, shoebox diorama of, like, every biome, and it just would be cool, you know, it's pretty to look at. That's more of a, I'm not feeling like doing a whole lot of serious stuff today, so I'll just do that instead kind of day, you know. But, yeah, pretty much we'll just cover up the dirt with moss here for the most part, and won't really go too much extra besides that, because there's not really a need to do anything like that. And it helps kind of keep like a more like natural look to it if I like kind of follow what I already did. So that's what I just plan on doing. And yeah, go ahead and patch that in. Now we'll maybe take out some of the dirt here and replace it with some moss, like so. And another torch. And yeah, we'll just do a little something like that. And then honestly, I don't know, like patch some of that up really quickly. Do a little bit like there. And then something like that should do pretty well. Not really too many complaints with it. Just keep padding certain things out a smidge, but for the most part, we'll just slap some light on it and pretty much call it done. Last big thing is just waiting for more grass to spread. Maybe put down some extra light here and there. But otherwise, it's pretty good. It blends fine enough. It's definitely a little bit shittier on that part there, I won't lie, but honestly, overall, I can't really complain about it. It doesn't really seem that bad. It's not super duper out of place. There's enough that happened to it to not make it feel completely fucking awful, and that's really all I'm looking for, so I'm not going to question it too much. I can later on when I'm feeling like it, but I just kind of don't really don't really fucking care right now, so I'm just not going to care, and it's really that easy. Oh, I need that dirt still. Let's see here. We'll go ahead and pick some of that up. This was old stuff from our sea pickle farm, funny enough, which will probably get dismantled and relocated somewhere else since it's literally just coral blocks and like sea pickles, you know? I mean, I could just leave it there too, to be fair. It's really not that big of a deal. But yeah, sea pickles are like the only way to get lime dye without having to like just cook cactus. Or you get green dye and you mix it with white dye, and that's how you get lime dye. And I don't like doing that since, you know, there's another way to do it that's just better. We're also going to go ahead and start removing all the old water source slabs just out of here. Just get rid of them. So There we go. And we can go ahead and patch all of it up with grass. That gives us a nice flat plane to build stuff in and do stuff with later on, so that'll be cool. I should get rid of this wooden beam at some point. I probably will actually do that here in a moment. And I'm gonna probably end up replacing it with stairs, funny enough, because, you know, actually no, I don't even need to. I can just get rid of it and just make sure there's dirt where it was. That's really all I need to do. You know, everything else is already all covered up anyway, so there's no reason to do a whole lot else at the moment. But yeah, we'll just go and pick up some of these items that are floating. And then I can just pop back on up. So, and then you'd have no idea that we were over the ocean at all, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, we'll just pretty much grab all this stuff now. Place up some grass and dirt, because there is cobblestone under here, so we'll just kind of hide it. And I think it's about time I do something about the dock here. I don't know what I want to do with it exactly, but I feel like instead of it being a dock, I should be kind of like a hybrid thing. And what I mean by that more specifically is it should be a dock and a bridge as well. Mainly because I wanted to go through to the other side of the mountain for the iron farm, just because I can afford to do that now. So I'll probably just have it raised up out of the dirt. Not really out of the dirt. It's just off the ground. It should be the but here we go. This is more or less all of it. And then with these little extra bits I misplaced. Actually, no, because I'll still have this tiny little bit to do. Just need a tiny bit more dirt. That's alright, though. I could also maybe afford to kind of clean this up a little bit here. Just so that way this is kind of like blended in a little bit better. We'll just do a little like something like that. And just tear a big hole. Do a little something like that maybe. There we go. Yeah, okay. It shouldn't really be too bad. But basically it's just nice having a little curve every now and then. So we'll just go ahead and get rid of all the old cobblestone that was on these cobblestone walls. I'll go pick up some more dirt out of a shulker box, and then we'll just fill it in at water level. And that really should be about it for that part. But it's nice being able to slow down and make these like smaller but still like meaningful changes to my base where I'm like, you know, actually living in a base, for example, instead of just a vague like stone mass, you know, like I've been doing for like the entire time. So glad I'm done ignoring this finally. It is definitely looking better and better. There's still a lot of work that has to be done on it, of course, but no, I'll take what I can get at this point since I've ignored it for so long. But it's nice. Also means I don't have to work on the mountain too, which, you know, that's a win in and of itself, so goddamn, that thing is an absolute nightmare for me to do. I mean, even like pretty competent builders will still struggle with that, and then I'm like not very good at building. I can pass with it, like I'm passable at best, and then, you know, I mean, I made this thing to be fair, like not to sell myself short, like with a gradient and all that. It still just needs more gradients between the layers, like way later on, but it still is like not an easy fucking thing to do at all. Like this is extremely hard for me to do, for me to even have came up with that. And of course, it's still like not even close to done either. Like it still needs to be refined and built out more and all that other shit. There's still like so much that needs to happen before it's really done. But yeah, once this grass grows in, you really won't even really be able to tell that there was anything over here, which is honestly pretty nice. You just got some nice flat land, grain curves in a little bit, and that's really all you need. I'll just do a little something. Here we go. I won't get too nitpicky about every single little bit of terrain though, so I'm not going to worry about all of it. Our grass has grown back in, looks pretty good. We're at that point now where I'm pretty much done building the terrain and like reshaping stuff for the most part. there's still like shit that I just don't care about, like up there, for example, and maybe not using all the cobblestone and dirt and stone and like mixing things up a little bit better. I just don't fucking care. It's still functional. I don't have any like serious objections to it, so it's just gonna kind of stay there for a while. Um, I forgot that cobblestone piece. Whoops. Wanted to grab that, and then I actually forgot about grabbing that. But here we go. So now I guess what's next is we need another shulker box. I need to pack up the brewing room and all of its stuff in there too. I'm gonna need a couple of them actually because I'm gonna pack up everything out of there, including the double chest. So I'm gonna need a serious chunk of stuff. Serious scaffolding, empty box, perfect. All right, so not empty, 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 empty. All right, that should be plenty. So all I'm gonna do is poke around. I know I sealed off the staircase. I just don't know. Here it is. I was just a block off. Okay. There we go. So what we'll do for right now is just kind of get all this sealed away. Just kind of have a small little thing to get down into here. And then we'll just go ahead and harvest everything out of here and just dump it all into shulker boxes. And then we'll just seal and abandon this room pretty much. We'll leave it all lit up, but I'm not going to like do anything more than that. So, because there's no need to. But this place served me pretty damn well for a very long time in terms of just being a working brewing room. Like, I literally could not have gone wrong with this, and it was fine enough. Had a lot of brewing stands, Had every material I needed. Didn't really need to do. I still have every material I need on top of that too. So it worked out pretty well here. I was happy with it. But it's got to go now. But yeah, this thing has been in here for. It's probably been more than 1,000 days, unironically, since I've even like really sat down and touched this thing. It's kind of a partial lie. Um, I know I added more brewing stands at one point, but literally other than that, I don't even know. There was maybe like extra water sources put into place for just some basic like quality of life, and then like what? That's it. Like it's pretty much just been the same box for a very very long time, and that's all right. It didn't really need to be anything more than that, and I'm not really too peeved about it. But I'll make something better with this later on. I just don't have a real big need to do it right now, since the only big reason I needed all this potion stuff, and you can literally see it too, the severely large amount of fermented spider eye, sugar, gun, like it's all for weakness potions is what all this was for when I was doing the villager curing spree. That's really what all that was for, and it's just not really a necessity anymore, so it can just not exist, and that's all right. And we'll go ahead and just dump all the excess potions just away. Now we'll just go ahead and tuck them all. So, I still got some speed 2 potions that was from a failed batch. Not really failed, I mean it still made speed 2 obviously, but it wasn't an important batch. That was when I was working on the sphere all the way back in April. I was looking into using speed 2 instead of speed 1. This was before Swift Sneak, by the way. I was just trying to do it on top of Swift Sneak, and nah, wasn't a good idea. It just was so much extra shit with like barely any payoff at that point. I would have just been better putting in like 4 separate beacons, which again, didn't really want to do at the time. I had the resources for it, and I had the ability to get more resources for it, but I just kind of chose not to, so I just didn't, and well, there was to it. And that's alright. But that should be the whole. Oh, and other than the brewing stands, of course. But we're just gonna take all the powder out separately. Um, they'll lose their full charge in there, but the Blaze Farm is still fully functional in the Nether. So it's really not a loss or anything. So I still get plenty of Blaze Rods from it. I just have to go there and use it every once in a while. But it's not like I'm ever really running low on this stuff, considering how little I use it. So I'm not gonna sweat over it. I could even funny enough, I might actually have better I might have a better time using the trading hall to make a bunch of potions in bulk, because there's 36 clerics, and that means all 36 of their brewing stands are like right next to each other. Like, it's literally like the prime spot to be able to do that kind of shit. So I'm gonna consider looking into that. But that means I'd have to grow another ward up there and water source, and I don't want to like pollute that trading hall too much. Now the floor above it, on the other hand, that'll probably get changed out a good bit into actual stuff. So who knows? But yeah, last big thing, we're gonna take out all of these old chests here, just because they are still chests. They are still important to have a ton of, and the crafting table too, and that's it. Everything here is done. It's sealed off. I want these because I'm gonna use these fence gates for another like AFK spot, and we can just go ahead and seal all this old shit off now. So it's not really needed anymore at all, in fact. So we're just gonna bulk up on a good bit of stone here. I might as well just try and block the whole room out. I mean, there's no reason not to at least try and do it. So I might as well. It gets rid of some of the stone for me, and shouldn't cause too many headaches in the future anyways, since I won't have to deal with any kind of like mob spawning changes or nothing. And well, there's no reason for it to not be solid, honestly. I mean, it's just not important to have, and if I ever do need to dig stuff through here again, I can just do that. But it's really not too big a deal to have here. But yeah, end of an era with that brewing stand, huh? It was the only brewing room I had for so long. Same with that enchantment room too. That one's gone now. They're all gonna get relocated somewhere. I don't know where specifically, but I do know they will get moved around. Again, just I don't know where specifically yet. I think it might actually be kind of cool to have them, and it kind of depends too. But if you recall, there is actually a geode like very very close to my base. I Did I ever get? Oh no, I never got rid of the ladder for it. Sorry, I thought I had gotten rid of that old ladder that actually connected to it, but no, I didn't. So I'll probably end up relocating both the brewing area and the enchantment room down into that ladder. Not into that ladder, the geode, because it just might be cooler, a little bit more mystical. I mean, it's literally all magic, and being in a fucking shiny purple crystal room would probably be a pretty good, cool thing to do. Um, Although I do want a bubble elevator down there at one point, but we'll worry about that a little later. So, wow, I cannot see for shit down here. Yeah, so a little bit of a fun fact. Since I'm in an RV and I'm in Florida, it is sunny and there's a window in every room. So when there's sun on a monitor, makes things harder to see a little bit. So why I usually put down a ton of torches just about everywhere, because it's kind of hard for me to see without them sometimes. Now, if it's at nighttime, of course, it's a little different. Not really that big of a deal, but it is just something I'll just point out. No reason I want to, and you can't do about it. But we'll light up some more of this stuff down here. We're doing pretty good now. Georgie, what? Oh, he's just yelling. I don't know why, but he is just yelling. Being a little dumbass like usual. But yeah, should be good. We've got all of the old potion stuff, not to mention the old chest that they belong in. This is the shulker box that has all the enchantment room stuff. That's cool. And the one last big thing is we're just, because I don't use either of these that much either too, that they can kind of afford. Oh, I actually completely forgot about it. I literally sealed it off down here. I forgot to put in some extra dirt for that wood, but I actually might have because I don't want to just fill it up. So what we'll probably do instead is shave the little topsoil layer off here and just replace this with the grass. Okay, well, there we go. A little something like that, maybe. There we go. That's pretty good. Helps just kind of like add a little bit more depth to it instead of just bulking it out. Maybe shave away a little bit of the corners there, but I need another way down and into this thing, since where it actually. Oh wait, I don't really need another way. Kind of. I can just head down into here, but hey, how did you get over here? Did you? You must have spawned here, I'm guessing, but this is the way down. So yeah. I wonder where this brings me up to. We're gonna maybe put down some of these really quickly just to kind of get them out of my way. And then we'll make a ladder here. Oh, this is actually fucking perfect. Okay, this is the inside of the tree, fun fact. This is actually a really sick spot to be able to do this in because, well, then you get access to all this shit down here, including this little area, and then with it being inside the tree, that's just fucking cool. Like, objectively, that's just neat as fuck, so that actually worked out really well. I mean, yes, I totally planned that from the very start, like I always do with everything I do. Always flawless, spot on, first try. Never have to make any other second attempt because I'm just that cool. We'll just fucking, I don't know, shit, just place it down, whatever. Not like I'm ever gonna come back down here too often, so not really too ugly to look at. But that was a really good stroke of luck though, and ironically, like that's some pretty lucky shit. So it gets me my easy way down, like I was looking for, and then I'll probably just end up like hollowing out the cobblestone with like stripped oak logs, so that way it's like a softer color on the inside and like a harsher one on the outside because it's still alive. That would probably be a cool idea. But yeah, this leads up and into the actual tree, which is all lit up. Funny enough. Oh, and I never cleared this out too, which I probably should do. But this leads up to the very top of the tree from here, and I should actually probably put in some extra something. But it's even got its own little like secluded like spot, which is just cool. And even though it's nighttime, it's actually fully lit up here. So even if something could spawn, which it can't, it still is like lit up from the top, and it's just cool all around. I was pretty proud of this tree, especially with all the frog lights in it. It's just nice. But we're gonna clean up this scaffolding here, and I kind of want a better way up into there, or maybe not even have one at all, to be perfectly honest. But who knows? Um, Actually, no. This might be not too bad of a spot though. Here's what I'm thinking. I can probably put some stuff up here. Um, I don't know what specifically at the very moment, but something could probably go in here and just be cool. If I had to guess, it's either the brewing room or the enchantment room. Both are pretty valid to use, so we'll figure that one out. And where does this go? Okay, so I can just condense all this down into a single like bit here. So that way I don't actually have to have anything to stand on over there or anything. So this should make things a little bit more consistent. There we go. Let's do something like that. And then again for the cobblestone, we'll just go get some oak logs and like strip all of them, and then just go put them away from there. So, and yeah, so this will just go down. It takes this down into this little section here. And then I can just keep going farther down to make it to the geode. We'll just tuck that away in there for now since I'll have to relocate some of this stuff anyway, so. Being able to walk into the tree to do this on like both accounts is very good. So something will definitely go at the top of the tree. Probably the enchantment room since it's better for like a nice bigger like open space. And then the geode will probably be cleared out a little bit. Oh, I actually already completely cleared out the geode. That's right. So there's not actually like amethyst everywhere. Um, hmm. I wonder what I'd do with this. Or if I should just flood it with water and just have it be like a normal amethyst farm. I might do that instead, actually, just flood it with water, have a normal amethyst farm. If I can remember, where did I put my conduit actually? It should still be in the aquatic box, I'm guessing, so I'll probably put a conduit down here and just turn this into a farm, but you know what? Actually, yeah, we'll do that. So this will just be turned into a normal amethyst farm. Um, you basically just flood the thing with water, um, and you mine all the amethyst out of it, since that's something I haven't done yet. We'll probably just do that instead, because as it stands, it is fairly ugly, because it's just not really got a lot of amethyst in it. It's all like shards, which is alright. But I should definitely just put both of the things up in the tree. Just give it more space, and why not? Man, I might as well. The enchantment room will be like kind of the centerpiece of it. We'll have like the bookshelves kind of like spread out and around a little bit, so they're not all just like very, very condensed next to it. Oh, a lot of them will have to be to get to like level 30 enchants, but we'll add a little bit more like pizzazz than that. So, and that means I only have to climb up to like one place to do both things. So I want to keep going back up and down if I end up using both of them on the same day. So here's what's going to happen. We're going to go ahead and kind of just place down every shulker box I got. A lot of these are the brewing ones. That's actually all the brewing ones. And then here is the big one. And we need the enchanting table, that, and I'll take that with me. I don't actually have anything on me that I could even enchant legally, so I couldn't actually check if it was at level 30 or not. But I'm going to assume that it is at level 30, just because there is so many particle effects around it, so it shouldn't be too bad. I guess I could just do a little something like that, pretty much. And let's see here. For the anvils, we'll just put them like here or something. Here we go. The smithing table can go here. And then actually no, I kind of want them tucked away a little bit more. The smithing table there. Grindstone up here. So I don't want to dig into the leaves really, so then we'll do that. But yeah, there we go. That should be pretty solid. I don't really have anything wrong with that. There should be a shulker that has sticks in it, unless it was all ladders. Nope, it is. Okay. So we'll just go and make a quick little stone pickaxe. I should be able to enchant this thing to level 30. I can. Very good. And I want to see one other thing. If I go ahead and do that, that puts it to 28. But if I do that, does it put to 30? Whoops. That does, yeah, okay. So what we'll just go ahead and do is just kind of like chop these off a little bit. Fill up those. And then I should be able to make a level 30 tool still, yeah. So I can actually see what durability the anvils are at. Can still reach all that stuff pretty easily. It looks clean enough. And it's still like not cluttered around the entrance too badly either. So that's pretty good. No real complaints with it. I think it's fine for right now. I'm not going to worry about it too much. And one of the other big things at the moment is getting the brewing stand set back up, and same with the double chests and the small nether wart farm. So I've got all the double chest on me. Here's a soul sand. We'll grab some nether wart. And for the soul sand, we'll probably just like tuck it away like with the terrain a little bit here. Just because I think it'll look a little cool, so. In fact, I'm actually going to come back and bring back some more soul sand to make it just that much cooler. But for now, this should be fine. Basically, we'll just have it kind of like hang out over this little like edge by itself, and then that should pretty much be okay. And then in this little section over here, we'll probably just put the oh no, the brewing stands seem to be somewhere fairly straight. Um, oh, not to mention I need an infinite water source too, so we're gonna move some things around here a little bit. So we're gonna like do that, um, something like that. There we go. And then put these down somewhere else just so that way they're out of my way. What the fuck did I just toss? Oh, yeah, a whole pickaxe. Yeah, okay, might not want to do that. I hit Cube instead of E by accident. Whoops. Luckily, it's not that big of a deal, but, you know, don't want to do that all the time because all it takes is one slip up and I don't catch it, and then it's like, well, no more pickaxe. Like that one time, way in the past, where I think I ended up doing that, I never fucking found it, so I had to remake a whole, like, netherite silk touch pickaxe and all this other shit, and I was like, damn. Just a goofy, stupid ass mistake. I mean, that's alright, you know. It's really not that hard to put something like that together anymore, but still was definitely a little annoying, don't get me wrong, but not like really a deal breaker or nothing. Let's see here. Brewing stands, right, okay. Good flat wall that I have no real problems with putting these up and next to. That's fairly tall to some extent. Let's get the Silk Touch hoe out as well because we might end up changing a couple of things around to accommodate for this. Only a little bit, you know, we're not really going to be changing up a whole lot. It's going to have to be something. Now, if I'm not mistaken as well, I should have some leaves down in a separate shulker box, so we'll just go ahead and head down and grab those. They should actually be like right at the base of the tree here, funny enough, so it's pretty good. Leaves. Leaves. Any azalea leaves at all? Yes. Flowering azalea leaves. No. Oh, there we don't go. Just kidding. They're all flowering azalea leaves. You fool. You fucking thought. There we go. That's more like it. Alright. Of course, I do need to pick up more oak logs as well, so I'm going to have to grow more azalea trees anyway, regardless, so I'll probably get on that in a little bit. Because I do want to finish up the inside of this as well. I'll get rid of that rooted dirt too. But we'll just go ahead and keep these on deck up here just so I can patch in a couple of things here and there. But the main big thing being, got a nice big flat wall that I can probably just like move the storage over to. Nothing's in these yet, right? Yeah. We'll just move the storage bits over here up onto that little section. And then from there, we'll just, I don't know, figure it out. So, whoops. And what else, I guess? I don't want it set up like that. I think what I'll do is actually flatten this stuff out a little bit. Since it's all on the inside, it's not like it's really going to be visible from the outside, so I don't actually have to really think too hard about it. I want to... Oh yeah, there's no tool for... is it the hoe? Is it really the hoe? No, it's not. I don't think there's actually any preferred tool with the frog lights. I just didn't know if they'd changed that recently or not. Although I do feel like they should, but, you know, who am I to say? I don't make video games for a living, so... But what I know, you know? But, yeah, it should be a good bit of space. So, what I can mainly do is something like this. And kind of trim these little corner bits out since they're still inside. I'll probably make another 6 brewing rods or brewing stands here to you know, make it even, so don't worry about that. So we'll make another 6, and then the last thing really is need an infinite water source, which I can make while I'm up here at least. Oh no, I'd have to have a cauldron to do that, so we'll just head down and grab another bucket of water pretty much. But and I'm gonna head down and go grab soul sand anyway, so I should put another ender chest up here at some point, but I haven't done that yet, obviously, but I should do that. Whatever. Alright. I think things are starting to come along pretty nicely here. It's not too bad anymore. Oh, and the map room, that's actually another big thing. And then, maybe having a more dedicated furnace room again would probably be nice. I think this behemoth will just kind of stay as is. There's really no reason to move any of this stuff because it's a massive undertaking to move any of that stuff. So it's better to just be left alone, Although I will be making stairs down into this area, just so that way it's not nearly as bad anymore. That should probably help things out a little bit. But for now, it's not really too big of a deal, so I'm not going to worry about it. Let's think. Soul sand, right? Yes. Okay. There we go. I want the sand. God damn it. That cool should be good. Got a nice bit of blaze rods in there. I could probably use those for making the fuck. What are they called? Brewing stands. I keep wanting to call them brewing rods today. I don't know why. I don't think I've ever really done that before, but I keep wanting to call them brewing rods. We're gonna do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. And then we're gonna go ahead and make 5 of these. Pick up that 6th one. Pop this thing away. So, and since I know I'm at level 30 on the enchantment table, I'll just go ahead and throw away the stone pickaxe into the ocean where it belongs. And yeah, we'll just keep doing stuff. So yeah, go too wrong. I do need another bucket of water, and also I need to make stairs. We'll just do something like that. Stairs and slabs, like so. Then we'll go pick up some water up from the top of the hill over here. Oh, we're getting there. It's starting to really come together now that I'm actually taking the time to focus on it, but none of the terrain is offensively bad to the point where it's just fucking ugly. It's looking pretty good. I unironically did forget that this is where the old entrance used to be, which that's a good sign, because that means I did a pretty good job of covering it up when you can't even tell that it was there before. To the point where even I forgot about it, and I'm the one who fucking made it, so that's a pretty good sign. One of the big things, of course, like I was talking about, will be getting a bunch of stripped logs to fill in all that stuff, but we'll just head on over to the tree farm, go plant a bunch of azaleas, and then we also want them for their leaves too anyways for the future, so it could work out pretty good. Still have some bone meal over there too to boot. But there is 24 brewing stands. That should be more than plenty. And then, of course, we're just going to fill this in a little bit. Like so. And then we'll go ahead and replant. And we can leave that there, but we need to take some of these other boxes and kind of relocate them around a little bit. Which we could actually do on something like that. Now, this part is a little unfortunate. It actually did poke outside. But I just want a pretty clear wall to put down some shulker boxes, so that's why I'm doing that. Mainly too, you can't really insta-mine with a pickaxe, even with haste, so it's actually pretty helpful. We'll tuck away some of this excess shit for the moment. We'll just put it away into there. There you go. We'll plant all this nether wart as well while I'm still thinking about it. Couldn't really be too bad. There we go. Alrighty. That can stay, that can stay. Very good. And we can go ahead and start unloading all this stuff to its appropriate thing. So we'll have a chest of miscellaneous potions, probably near the top or something, since I don't want to really mention that too often. So we'll just kind of dump all these away into there. They don't really need to be sorted or anything. They just need to be put away in their own area. So that's actually all done. And then we'll have another chest for brewing ingredients and fuel, which we've already kind of got. I'll have another one for water bottles and glass bottles, but first we'll kind of pick up some of the other weird niche things that can just go away. So there we go. We'll put away some more potions, but not the water bottles. The water bottles we want to be pretty readily accessible along with the glass bottles. Another wort can go on its own separate thing. These are other potion ingredients that I'm going to want, so we'll just kind of put these down here where they're easy to reach. Like so. Make a ton of fire resistance potions because of the frog lake farms. I got so much magma cream out of it, so that's very nice. Not that I'll ever really need it anymore, but it is still nice to have that option, you know? And then glass bottles, more potion ingredients, well, spider eye ingredients, but either way, it counts enough, so kind of do that. Bottles go here, right? There we go. That's 3 down. Another wort can go like here or something, and another like top chest where I don't need to get into it a whole bunch, so there we go. So, you know, I will need another wort a bunch, won't I? If I actually want to make anything that isn't a weakness, so yeah, we'll do that. Potion 1, or ingredient 1. There we go. And last little bit of nether wart there. Niche things that were just kind of here to help me build. Okay. Now what we're doing is making a quick little infinite water source. Just to have, you know, no reason not to have one at this point up here. As to where to make it specifically, I think what we're going to do is actually a little weird. So we're going to kind of harvest out everything under here and then make some extra kind of cat parts. And I'm going to have to kind of step out awkwardly as well, aren't I? Just do a little something like that, I guess. Yeah, okay. There we go. And I actually wanted more cobble, didn't I? Luckily, I still brought some, so it's really not too big of a deal. We're just going to make a couple of extra stairs, like so. And then we're going to line the bottom part with slabs. And I think you can kind of guess where I'm going with this too, but we need a few more stairs. We'll just do that, and then we'll make the extra slabs that I need, like so. And then it's pretty much just curving these at the ends, honestly. I'll have to do it for the other side as well, so let me do that first. But we'll just basically do something like that. And then we just put in infinite water. Like, you know, we just start making an infinite water source like normal. And now there's no way to really run out of water, so that's good. And then because depth strider and then also, you know, speed, you literally can't go wrong. So this just makes it so it's easier to you know, make water bottles on demand and like fill them up where they need to go. Its own little contained thing. And that actually does it for that part. So we got another good thing done today. Relocated the whole enchantment room and the brewing room on top of its own storage, and we'll just fucking put that away in the scaffolding one, but I do need to resort that at some point. But overall, it looks good. It's functional. It's not super duper pretty for these parts, but this part is good. This part's pretty good. This part is ugly. I'd have to probably like. Ooh, actually, I just had a good idea here. Hang on. making a little archway kind of like out of leaves and kind of like covering it up that way would probably look pretty interesting. So we'll kind of try and do that here. Have a little bit of asymmetry going. And then, of course, I can even use some of the flowering azalea leaves as well to add a little bit of extra detail and just vary things up a little bit by using those, so that'll be good. Can't go too wrong with some variation. But for the most part, this thing has to be somewhat blocky-ish for right now. It's mainly just to make sure that, everything that needs to be done is actually done. So we'll just do something like that. Maybe add in a little bit more up here or something. Not like it really needs to look too pretty from like the top down, but I would like to kind of keep that in mind. So, oh hey random, how you doing? I'm finally moving shit around in my base and actually like having a proper base to live in. So it's pretty good. Doesn't seem too bad actually. Yeah, I like this. Maybe just do a little bit like that. Maybe another stair would be good, or 2 stairs, I guess. There we go. Yeah, okay, that's what I'm talking about. Nice. There we go. No, I'm not living in a tree, but I am just putting my enchantment room and my brewing room up here, just so that way they're out of my base a little bit more. But yeah, it's a little bit better. Not perfect, still pretty blocky, and it's, once I get some of the flowering azalea leaves, that'll help out too. But honestly, it's not too bad considering it's not a permanent. Well, it is a permanent thing, but it's not permanent. Like I'm not living up here. It's my main thing. But I'm a fan of it. I don't mind it. We'll maybe trim some of the edges a little bit though, like that. And yeah, actually, I'm pretty content with that. So that looks pretty solid. Blends in pretty well. It keeps the brewing stands nice and hidden, so they're not just like this stupid fucking mess like out in the open. But that's pretty great, honestly. So yeah, all of the brewing room just got moved around to be up here is all. I can't access these bottom 2 chests though, so I might have to Oh, I should. Fuck, I'm gonna have to totally realign them. Shit. That's not cool. Alright, I guess I'm actually not done here at the moment, unfortunately. I was almost done, but now I'm gonna have to reorient the chest a little bit here, so shit's not in the way. So there's about to be a big lag spike here in a moment. There we go. I don't know how much shit is actually getting away either, so I'll have to figure that out. Alright, so water bottles can go into here, and then brewing ingredients still go down in here like they were supposed to go. I need all that back. Luckily, not really too hard of a fix since, you can actually grab everything out of these pretty quickly, so it's not too bad. Just don't want to have to do that forever, so. But then that means I can go ahead and shuffle these around. It's going to happen again here, of course, with the nether wart, but that's not really too bad. Since it's just the nether wart. I know where that goes. Here we go. And then last little section up there, but oh yeah, you're good. Yes, and then all of the potions, right? Forgot about those. That part definitely might be a little annoying, so. I'm gonna get rid of those. That's all of the potions, I think. And there's the chest, so yeah, okay, it's better, good. Makes it so everything's still easily accessible, and then I still have a separate wall for shulker boxes in case I need that. But everything is readily accessible down here, so that's always nice to see. And another little thing too, if I do something like this, I believe, yeah, I could actually still reach into the back and put in some extra water bottles there. Which might not seem like that big of a deal, but honestly, it kind of is. So it's pretty nice to have access to from in there. But yeah, this actually should be good now. I really don't think I have any other nitpicks with this. I was really the only nitpick, and even then, it was like a pretty quick fix. It only took like 2 minutes, so not too bad. Maybe just like put the frog light there, so it's tucked in the corner. We still got plenty of lighting up here and all, and these are my excess bookshelves. Yeah, not too bad at all things considered. Pretty quick to put together. It all fits in the tree, and it just looks nice. So I'm pretty happy with this. Of course, we're gonna have to go get some extra oak wood at the wood farm, which I should still have some leftover bone meal and azaleas over there, so I won't have to really bring any. But I need to patch up stuff like that too. But I've made very good progress today, so I'm not really gonna like split over like everything right now. I've actually done a lot. I'm pretty happy with, so I'm gonna maybe take it a little easy here and just go farm some wood for a little bit. But all in all, it's been great. Can't really complain. Things worked out pretty well. Definitely it's a little dark here, but again, that's where our storage area is going, so I'll have to keep that in mind later on. I really do need to start researching extra storage areas and sorting systems. That's right, that's what they're called. I need to start looking into getting a couple of those and figuring out certain things for that because it's kind of important to do. I don't want to. I don't want to settle on one that's like just kind of mediocre. Like I really want like all or nothing in these. So I actually don't have any azaleas over here, and I'm growing oak wood, and really for the leaves too. Where there it is. Okay, so I need to head back and go pick some of those up. Okay, come on. There we go. Should still be up here. Should have something up here, right? There we go. Okay, some azaleas finally. I think I'll actually let the I can't really let the leaves decay. I'm gonna have to actually switch out my hoe to be a Fortune 3 hoe. And I need to make more ender chests. I should have a day where I just try and like sit down and make like a stack of ender chests just to have. I think that could actually be pretty useful, so I'm gonna look into doing that. Hell, why not today even? I have all the materials. It's just the obsidian that I'm lacking, so I might as well just go for that. Honestly, that'd be a nice little thing to do. Not too difficult. You ain't got to think too hard about it, but it is important to do. So it's a pretty good trade-off, all things considered. Um, we'll pop some empty shulker boxes down just so they're out of my way, and we'll just start placing all these on the ground. So get quite a nice chunk of these too. And we need the good old bone meal. Probably quite a chunk of it as well. Okay, I misclicked on that second one, yet it still grew. What to say, doesn't it normally take a couple of bits of bone meal to do? And it does, I just got really lucky. Now, I'm not in a desperate need for leaves or anything, so we'll just end up going for all the wood and taking some of the time to get azaleas back again, since I have kind of neglected to do that for a little while. But that shouldn't really be too big a deal. go. And we're nearly done bone mealing all of this, so all I have to do is just cut it down. That really shouldn't be bad. And there we go. Alright. So what we're going to do is put away the excess bone meal, and then with the Fortune 3 hoe, we're just going to go ahead and just kind of break as much shit as possible to see how many azaleas I can get out of it, since it should yield about the same as just letting them decay normally, so that'd actually be a little bit better. Because Fortune 3 does actually affect stuff like this, fun fact, so... And I do have the mob switch on still, by the way, so we really shouldn't even be seeing anything. Which, I really wouldn't even see stuff to begin with, considering how much stuff is lit up. So they don't even, like... They do spawn, but they're pretty far away. And since I'm far enough away from anything, it really shouldn't, like, try and target me. Like, even zombies won't target me, I think, if they did spawn, because it's... You know, everything is lit up all the way deep into that swamp, so... Shouldn't really have anything to worry about. Not to mention I'm wearing a chest plate too, and all my other armor, so even if there's a creeper explosion, it's not going to even pop a totem, even if it was point blank. And not to mention it'll almost never be point blank, because I'll at least get some distance. May not be enough to negate all the damage or anything, but it'll be better than nothing, and that's usually like pretty important. So, but yeah, we're almost done doing the first like go around for all the leaves. Of course, I still do have more up on like the tops and whatnot that need to be done. But this isn't too bad of a start, so... Yeah, we'll just go ahead and pop onto the top of this block of wood, and then go from there. Skip a little bit on the way. Actually don't want the real leaves, of course, so I'm going to have to put those down and break them. I wanted to break those with a hoe, but alright. I'll just go ahead and keep carving all this shit away. Here we go. And we should be at the very top of the bush now. Yeah, alright. So we'll clean up as much as we can back behind us, and then just go from there. I still got plenty of inventory space left. I guess I just haven't picked up any of these for a while. Could probably do that, but it's all on the ground and it's not going to be like 5 minutes, so it's a deal. Or it probably won't be 5 minutes. I guess we'll pick up some of them though, at least. Just to be safe. And since they're all right here, I guess there's no reason not to, you know? Yeah, we got a nice chunk of azaleas from this, so it's not too bad at all. We'll just dump them in this box. You know, I won't really like sort them out from the flowering. Same with the sticks. We'll put them in there, and then this one will be for the logs. So we'll be able to start cutting down the logs here soon. So not like I'm in any big rush to do that though, but still, I do need to get it done regardless. Yeah, we'll take out all the cobblestone one by one and replace it with a log, and then like strip it immediately, because we pretty much just need to keep the shape of it. So like all on the inside of the tree, it'll just be stripped log basically is all it is. That's all it needs to be. So, but that is everything. Now we can just start taking out all the wood. It's just a big chunk of wood is all, so shouldn't really be too difficult to do. Just take some time is all. And I can keep the leftover too if I really need it, but I will need it. I just don't know if I'm going to use it to make stuff with or if I want to keep it for building stuff later on. I'll probably keep it for stuff to build with later on, but I don't really have any obligation to do. It's okay to use it for other things if I really need to. But we'll just go ahead and put all that shit away, like so. We'll try and trim up some of these extra like branches that sprout out. Hey, birds! No way. They still spawn because they're just that annoying. I could try and go for the two birds, like one arrow achievement, but you know, why would I ever want to do that willingly? That and also, I don't actually remember if I even made the crossbows for them yet or not. If I did make them, they would probably be up in the trading hall though. I feel like I would remember seeing them if I put them in with the other tools here, so I might actually end up doing that today. So I have talked about it in the past before, but I am trying to like collect pretty much every variation of every tool. Not really talked about. It's more just a thing I've just done naturally. But having variations of like every like kind of important tool is pretty cool, and I want to just do that. So I'll probably do that at some point later today. You know, we'll just head into the trading hall, go buy all the necessary books, and just go slap them all on crossbows and all that shit. Since I can just buy the crossbows outright and all that, I don't even have to make them anymore. I can just buy them. So it actually really shouldn't be too hard of a thing. Should build up a nice chunk of XP out of it. And worst comes to worst, I turn the mob switch off, go use the Guardian farm, and then go turn it back on, or just leave it on for the rest of the day. But one of the main reasons why I do have it on is just because, you know, all the stuff I'm doing is like building, and I don't really want to fight stuff right now. Like, phantoms are obviously no sweat, same with all the other shit, and everything in my base is so lit up already that it's. Well, actually, no, that's kind of the other thing, too. Not everything in my base is lit up at the moment, but that's mainly because I am building stuff, so it kind of can't be. Which, you know, not too big a deal, but I'll change that around little later on, I'm sure, so it's not really that bad. Oh, guess we'll tuck those away there. I'll just slap that shit away. We'll go walk around, go pick up all the oak blocks off the floor. Go take away some of those on the edges. And we're pretty much just left with one big block of wood that I'm just gonna cut out. It is quite a block, that's for sure. The whole thing is practically solid too, so it'll take quite a bit of time to actually get through it all, but again, it's not really too big a deal, so I wouldn't worry about it. Just wood. How did I miss that first one? That was embarrassing. And I landed that second one, that was a lot harder. What? Okay, I'll just wait for him to hit me, then I'll figure it out. Alright, yeah, so it's just cutting out a block of wood now again. That's cool. Again, not too difficult, of course, but it should give me more than enough wood, I'm sure, so it really shouldn't be big of a deal. But we'll just trim it out like a little bit at a time until it's all gone, so We'll just leave the rooted dirt here too. I don't feel like taking it out and replacing with normal dirt at the moment. I will do that the next time I come back though. This rooted dirt's still kind of like a pretty big pain in the ass to get a hold of, so it's good to just take it while I still can. Not that I'll ever really need it for much. It is still like a nice decoration block and it makes different sounds, but really, realistically, you almost never see it from me. It's just not really that important to have a ton of for me personally. Still nice though to have, but I just don't need it, you know? It's not that important. But we're nearly done carving out this block of wood. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and finish the inside of the tree, and we'll keep some of it around too, because if I end up expanding or building on those roots a little bit more, that'll be pretty useful to have. But, it's really not too big of a deal either way, so wouldn't worry about it too much. Alright, and that is the rest of the oak wood. Yay, cool. Nearly 8 stacks of logs from all that. That's pretty good. Can't go too wrong with that. And we'll leave the extra boxes I put down. We'll just leave them here. They're not important to really take with me. And they're good in the future when I eventually come back to grow some more trees. So, all things considered, not too bad. But yep, it's just time to switch out the side stuff really quickly. Should be here. There we go. Go ahead and grab this. Here we go. Good start. I need to make sure to vary the directions that they're facing, so it's not just one like blob of wood. So I kind of gotta make it a little bit randomized here. Not to be anything super duper like official or important, but I should try and do that. Although considering I only have 3 directions to rotate stuff around in, it's not exactly like I can make anything super duper cool or fancy. It just kind of whatever. Um, Another thing too is we'll kind of reuse some of the cobblestone in the little back section here, just to kind of pad out this unused area. Since I'm never gonna see these kind of like diagonal corners, they can just kind of be wiped away and ignored, more or less. So nothing too big, but just enough to kind of get it out of my way and not have to make all this extra work for myself for everything. So we'll wipe away a little bit more cobble, put in a couple more oak logs, and then strip all of them. We'll take out the scaffolding for the time being, and then throw the dirt out so that way I can actually pick this back up. Go do a little something like that. There we go. So we're near the end of this, luckily. And then we'll start letting it transition back into normal wood as well. So, you know, we won't strip like everything. We'll kind of just let it go after a little bit here. So like we'll strip this maybe, and then that's already good. We'll strip that, but we'll leave that one alone, you know. Kind of just variate it a little bit, and then as we start getting up higher and higher, it can just window out a little bit. And then it's back up to normal wood, and then you're back up into the bush. So not too bad. We'll take a look at it from the outside in case that ends up affecting it at all. Shouldn't really, but if it does, I can fix it accordingly. So, but this stuff here we'll just kind of leave be. But yeah, it's just kind of an all like the same color, but at least it's in different orientation. But I might want to mix in some normal logs in here and there. But it still looks the same on the outside, which is what I want. That's good. Nothing more to really do with it, so we'll just kind of pack it up here. Some of that. We'll take the wood box. But yeah, now we've really got something cooking up in the tree. We got a whole brewing room and a whole enchantment room up there, and they actually look pretty solid, like they belong up there. Which they don't belong in a tree, but they look like they do. That counts. Um, what else? Finished redoing that, and kind of kept chunking out the stairs a little bit here. That helped out a good bit. Removed the bridge, cleaned up certain things out over here on these face walls and whatnot. But the main thing too, and the last thing I'll probably do today is, well, we'll clean some of this stuff out later, but I need to do some other stuff as well. This space being open is fine enough, but there needs to be, and this is something I might actually have to tackle a little bit later. I need more space just kind of tucked away to do shit with like furnaces and like some of these other building materials. And this kind of space is just cool for being open and it connects into shit. But I think the real big thing is going to be reworking this stuff up here to actually house like a building or something. I don't know what specifically I'm going to do with this area, but I feel like this should be the next thing I use to make shit. I don't know too much about it. I just kind of know that I want stuff to be up here, so um, we'll probably use like stone brick or something. Maybe like seal off some of this stuff a bit more with stone brick. Take out some more of the supports a little bit better. Clean up some of the walls here, but mainly like stone brick, stone brick. So I actually know cobblestone for the foundation, and then more stone brick for the actual thing. So I guess we can leave these intact. But I should probably use stone brick up there just because it looks prettier, and then I can make a lot of it too is the other big thing. But making some kind of stone brick building that's not too rigid and like it's not exactly a house. God, I don't know how to describe it. It's not really a house that I'm trying to make up here. It's more of like an extension of what's down here. But I guess yeah, kind of like a house. Honestly, I'm really sitting down and thinking about it. It's just not gonna be like a house like that where it's just a fucking house. I mean, I don't want to do that. Okay, I'm sick of y'all. Get the fuck out. What the hell? Shoo. Stupid fucking birds. Yeah, sick of y'all. Yeah, you scared of me now, motherfucker. Yeah. But yeah, we'll go kill this last one here, and then I'll just go sleep so I can get rid of these dumbasses. Yeah, even with a mob switch, these things still like get in the way constantly. Because I think they're like a kind of special spawn to some extent. So I don't think there's really a way to block phantom spawns at all. But at the same time, I really do wonder if that is the case or not. I wonder if there is a way to do that, unironically. That would be pretty interesting to discover and find out if there was. Because if there is, I might actually consider making something just to block those guys. Of course, it's still a completely vanilla world and all that. I mean, I don't even fucking run Optifine or anything like that. It's just vanilla, which is kind of stupid on my part because it does hurt my, rig pretty bad in terms of performance. But still keeps everything vanilla. Pretty easy to prove that I'm not cheating because cheating is for literal fucking wimps and babies. If you don't want to play hardcore, just don't play hardcore. There's no shame in it. But I'm very serious about showing everything on camera the best I can. Like I've only had a couple of in-game days where I haven't because I was just doing shit with friends and just flexing the world. That was about it. But I just think it's cool to be able to back all that shit up because it's just nice, It's a cool bragging right thing for me. Other than that, there's really no reason to do it, but I just like it personally. Also, I don't want to go through the effort of installing Optifine and Fabric and all that other shit. Even though it's not really that much effort, I just don't want to, honestly. And then it also means too, if like a new update happens, I gotta wait for them to update, which don't really want to have to do. So I just would rather stick to vanilla. It's just easier and more convenient for me personally. So, but I am still considering getting something to help with performance, but it'd probably be on the next world. Honestly, that'll be a ways away. I could actually, ooh, yeah. Now that we got a staircase up here, I should pretty safely be able to just start tearing shit out here. I'd have to relocate the Allays, but oh yes, that's right. A whole other section of random shit up here. Yes, okay. Um, hmm. What's the deal with this staircase? Where does this go? It just goes up and through the mountain. Right, okay. That's pretty fair. The real other question is, can I just do something about it to get rid of it? Because I have other ways up here, but that way is still pretty convenient. But it's not the only way anymore. That's, still just as fast. So maybe that's a question best left for another time. Who knows? But I feel like I should do something in this space a lot more. Um, and kind of leave it tucked in and under solid ground, up into this little area too. I could even probably dig around this outside little bit too. So there's still sunlight poking in because there's an open facing wall and it just all faces into this, but then it's still underground and all that shit, which it's just nice. And then I can still do stuff up here, just have it just to look pretty, maybe have a small little garden or something like that up here. But is this all in a chunk? Oh, this isn't all in the same chunk. That would have been really neat, but oh well. I was gonna say I could probably do some kind of chunk shit if it was all in the same chunk here, but it's not, and that's all right. Um, but yeah, what'll probably end up happening is I'll just dig out a ton of this stuff. Fill in the walls a little bit and just basically make a massive room and kind of re just take out some of these old staircases since now I have other ways up the mountain. Especially this way too. This way is still just as convenient and just as fast. So it's not really too big of a deal. I mean, it's only to get up here in general and just up to the sheep. So, and I can always just fly, but it is nice just being able to have a quick way up. But no, I've literally got multiple ways up this thing now that don't really require any critical thinking. You just go up and then you're up there. So it's probably just gonna result in me just getting rid of this old ass staircase. We'll just carve this out one day. Maybe seal this off kind of, since all it does is go out to that dead end, and then this thing is its own separate thing. But now that I don't need to do anything over there, I can actually get rid of this bridge altogether and just use that one or the one above it even. So we'll probably just end up getting rid of this to clear out some room, block it off to some extent, and then just kind of go about my day from there. So, but I'm not going to worry about that for right now. It's been an hour and almost actually 2 hours, so I really am starting to get back into this. A bit more than last time, but I think that's actually gonna have to do it for me today. We will hang these back up at a later point in time when I actually make like a dedicated map room, and I think I still have more shit that needs to be hollowed out in the walls and whatnot because I want like big proper rooms for certain things, so like furnaces. I want a whole like room of just all the different types of furnaces that I can just use if needed. Um, a whole like map room with a couple of other like exploration bits. Obviously, there's the storage area in there. But the big thing for my base will be having some personal storage where if like I know I need certain things on demand, they're just there. And then that's for like bulk storage of like everything. If I need a couple of personal things, they'll be tucked away and scattered throughout like this whole area. So, but all this stuff, all this ground is solid. None of it's really hollow as far as I remember. So I could probably like dig out a massive chunk of shit underneath all this stuff and then just be able to like go in and out of this stuff pretty easily. So it should be cool. But that's something left to another time. But yeah, it is currently day 1649, and that's about it for me today. I have got to go get something to eat. I missed breakfast, I missed lunch. It is now like 4 p.m. It's actually almost 5 p.m., and I'm quite hungry. So yeah, it's been cool. Thank you all for watching. It's been pretty fun. I'll do some more next time, but I'm making some pretty good progress. I'm really happy with that tree, how that turned out, in terms of also being able to put the enchantment room, the brewing room up there. We got a plan for the geo to turn it into a farm, um, and just some more basic terraforming and just getting like some smaller things done. I forgot to do the thing with the crossbow and with the obsidian. Whoops, I will maybe do that another time, but I should actually do the obsidian thing for real at some point because that actually will be pretty useful. I just don't want to at this very moment sit down and mine obsidian for like 2 hours. I'll probably do that later in the nighttime at some other point because like it's something I don't really need to speak for since I'm just mining obsidian, but I still want to like film everything or like record everything.